Good morning. Good morning. We're talking about today looking like you're at work. Let me put it in the comments and make sure that I have a title. Let's see. Look like you're at work. Okay, so you don't, let's see, have to explain, or so that you don't have to convince, okay, convince people that you're at work, right? Good morning. Good morning. You know, it takes a whole lot just to get that title in there. Lord Jesus. I wish they would let us do it, you know what I'm saying, before we get on. Let's see. Pretty amazing. Good morning, favorite baby. Good morning, Arlene. Good morning, Hair by Tiffy. Good morning, Lady Pearl Tonsorial Artist. Yes, thank you, Arlene. Thank you. I just got finished going to the gym, working out. Now I got to clean up, okay, from breakfast and all that, okay. So we always have a lot of breakfast dishes. I like paper plates. Ain't that right? Good morning. Let's see. Good morning, Miss Mix Stylist. Good morning, honey. I like paper plates. I like paper stuff. Okay, I got a whole lot of kids. And I do not like washing dishes. But I do like the results of washing dishes because I like my house clean, right? So, like I said, I don't like really washing dishes, but I like the results, right? Anyway, today I'm talking about looking like you're at work. That's what I'm talking about today, because I think that's like super important. You know, I mean, I don't like the fact when I walk in a place, like say I walk in somewhere to get my hair done or my nails done or anything like that. I hate when I walk in. Hate is such a strong word. I don't like when I walk in a place and I got to figure out who works there. Or I have to say, do you work here? You know, I cannot stand when I have to do that, okay? So when I opened my salon, I knew the one thing that I wanted to do was to have a dress code. You with me? You with me? The one thing that I wanted to do was take the guesswork out of who works here, right? So thank everybody for coming in, but this is what we're talking about today. You got to look like you at work, so you won't have to keep convincing people you're at work. You actually won't have to keep convincing people about your prices. You won't have to, because then you look like you're at work. You're looking the part. You see what I'm saying? So some things that you really, really understand. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. How are you doing? Haven't talked to you in a while. My auntie is better. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Thickness. I'm so sorry. Bless her heart. Oh, it's a lot of sickness in this world. My. Bless her heart. So today we are talking about how you dress in the salon, looking like you're at work. You're so bomb inside. Oh, thank you, Kaylin. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. You know, I think when you get my age, you just feel like I'm just gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna do like what I want to do, as long as it's not hurting anyone, you know. And I think because I'm my age, I just feel a freedom, and it feels really good. I think I feel a freedom because I don't compare myself to anyone, because I'm just gonna be Rhonda. Ain't that a beautiful thing? I'm telling you, I'm just gonna be Ray Man. I'm just gonna be Rhonda. How about that? Okay. And so that goes for online and off. And off. Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir. So, you know, looking like you're at work is gonna get you paid better. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna get you paid better. All right. If you come into work with your clothes wrinkled and things like that, that's not a good look. It's not a good look. Now, what I had for my salon to do was to wear black bottoms and black smocks. Okay, whatever. I mean, I don't care about the colors that you put with it, with shirt that was on your shirt, or you know, it didn't matter. But what I wanted was the black bottoms and the black smocks, just so people will know who you are when they walk in. Okay, it's a thing to where it takes that guesswork out. You know, and like I said in the beginning, I do not like when I walk in a place and I gotta ask who works here. I just don't like that. You know, you're looking like the customer. I mean, the person that works there looks like the customer. I don't think that's a good look, you know. But I feel that I'm a professional, and I think that when you say you're a professional, that's a different term. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't think that you should look like the customer. You see what I'm saying? I think there should be some sort of a separation. We're both human beings. We both are like people, and we both have different lives, and we both may be married, or we both may have children, or anything like that. But there is a separation. Ain't it a separation? The separation is that I am servicing you today. That's the separation. That it's really all about you today. Now, I'm going to be pretty now. I'm going to make sure my black smock and my black bottoms, I'm going to make sure I'm pretty. But it's really all about servicing you today. This is what gets you paid. Gets you a little more money. Gets you a bigger clientele. That's what it gets you. When you look like you're at work, nobody will be wondering if you work there. Nobody will be wondering, you know, if you're worth being paid. Nobody will be wondering that, okay? And so I do like to talk about this because I think it's extremely important that you carry yourself like you are at work. And so you don't have to explain that this is my job. You know, I remember I used to feel like that. This is my job. You know, that was earlier in my career where I wasn't really following what I had been taught. I wasn't really following, because you get in the world and you start forgetting, don't you? You start forgetting what you was taught in school. You start forgetting. And so that was my time where I followed more friends than I followed what I was taught. You see what I'm saying? I was taught to wear closed-toed shoes. I was taught to make sure I was always on point. Always on point. Don't walk in without you looking decent. Okay? So there is a time when I forgot about that. Okay? So I talk about a lot of these things now because I understood where I went wrong in a lot of ways. I'm telling you. And so one of the things was looking the part. Okay? And even though when I was younger, I was beautiful in my way. I was neat in my way. But I would come to work sometimes with flip-flops. Sometimes I did later too, because I wanted to be comfortable. But guess what happened? Hair got in my toenails. Hurting. Hair was all in my feet, in my bra, because I didn't have no smock on trying to be cute. I mean, I suffered for it. Okay? So the key is looking like you're at work so that you can actually feel like you're at work also. That's another aspect of it that I don't think we really get. I think that because we can wear whatever we want to wear to work sometimes, I feel like we even forget that we're at work. You know why? We forget we're at work because we're having thoughts about, okay, this is my friend. We're on the same level. We're on the same level. Okay? She's a person, I'm a person. She's a woman, I'm a woman. She's got children, I got children. She's married, I'm married. But we forget about that we are there to service them. This is another reason that you should dress like you're at work, because there's a level of separation. Okay? They're there to be serviced by you. They're not there on the same level as you. Ain't that something? No, they're not. It's really something to think about, you know. It's a mentality that goes with that. It's a mentality. It's a mind thing. It's a mind thing. If you dress like you're at work, you're constantly reminded that you're at work. Just like somebody's got 9 to 5. That's right. Okay? And so if you dress like that, you're constantly reminded, and so are your clients. They're reminded that they have to pay. You see? They're reminded that they have rendered a service. Okay? They're reminded, and you're reminded too. Okay? Because, honey, we sure can't get to a point to where we think everybody's our friend. Can't we? Beauty Moore. Good morning, love. Can't we forget that we're at work. And so we need to be reminded even by the clothes that we have on. Okay? So I wanted to kind of come in and talk about that today while I'm knocking these dishes out, knocking these on out. Okay? So I can get my day started. I got to take the baby to the dentist today. But what I'm talking about today is so crucial for your business, because you got to look the part. You know what I'm saying? I know that some people don't look the part, and they do fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with it when you are struggling with your worth, which I did for years and years. I struggled with my worth, and later in life, I recognized that once I was reminded that I was a business person, it felt good to me. It was constantly a reminder when I looked at myself in the mirror. Okay, so if you have a business and you're having a little trouble, sometimes you need to implement a dress code. Yeah, just like in school. Sometimes you need to implement a dress code to keep people reminded that they're at work. Okay? So thank you so much for joining. I do want to remind you that we are doing a one-day conference, October 20th, Back to the Basics. I try to do it every year, but it's been 2 years since I've done anything like this. Okay, so I'm excited about whoever is planning to come. Okay, I'm so excited. If you want to read about it, to see what we'll be doing, go ahead and go to my profile page, and you'll be able to read about it. Okay, so we're having hair cutting 101, roller setting 101, coloring hair 101, and straightening hair 101. Those 4 different classes. Okay, we'll also be talking a little bit about social media. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit like a boot camp, because it's going to be all day, because it's not a hair show. Praise be to God. It's a one-day conference. That means that you'll have a series of classes together, informational classes. Okay, and so I call it a conference. Okay, a one-day conference. It's gonna be really exciting, and I really think you'll enjoy it. I'm gonna make sure that everybody has hotel room information. That's on there. The hotel room information, because the hotels are like close to where the classes are going to be, or the conference is going to be. Okay, so they're all pretty much in walking distance. Okay, the hotels that are on there. Okay, so thank everybody so much. I hope that you got something out of that. I hope that if you are a salon owner, that you got something out of that. I hope that if you are a suite owner or a booth renter, that you got something out of that, about looking the part and making sure that you look like you're at work. Okay, and your hair is combed. Okay, and you got on work clothes. Praise be to God. You don't look like the customer. There is some sort of a separation. Praise be to God. Oh, praise God, Arlene. I'm so happy. Okay, because we gotta kind of look like we're at work. I don't know how you guys feel like that when you walk into a place and you gotta ask around who works there. They don't have on any type of t-shirt. They don't have a name tag. There's no evidence that they work there. I think it's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable because somebody might be sitting on the couch and they work there, but you don't know they work there because they look like a customer. It's like, you asked and people, you work here? Do you work here? Who works here? That should not be a question that a potential client needs to ask coming in. They need to look at you and say, oh, wow, she works here. Oh, yes. Nobody ever had to ask me, do you work here? Never. Never. You know why? Because I always had on black bottoms. Sometimes if I had on a dress, that's a little bit different if I had on a dress. Okay? Usually my dress was dark. If it wasn't dark, guess what else I had on? A smock or apron, black. There was no guesswork when you walked into my salon. There was no guesswork. Even when I had a bunch of people in the salon, guess what everybody had on? Black bottoms and a black smock or a black apron. No guesswork. I think that we should make stuff easy for our clients or for our potential clients. We should make it easy. Okay? Don't make them guess. They don't need to guess. They need to know the facts, right? Okay, they need to know if you work there or not. Okay? You don't need to be looking like your customer. You need to remember that you're servicing them. So at the same time that they're looking at you like, oh, this is my hairdresser. Oh my God, I love my hairdresser, right? You're looking at them like, this is my client. I love my client. I love servicing my client. So nobody gets mixed up. Praise be to God. Nobody gets mixed up. You're fine with saying the price of what you just did. You're fine with it, right? You know why you're fine with it? Because you're at work. You don't have to keep convincing people that you're at work. Oh, praise be to God. Did you learn something today? Oh, thank you. Did you learn something? Anything? Yes. So we're going to look like we at work. Okay? We're going to look. I don't even work in the salon no more. And I got my cune on. You see that? What does it say? The art of hair design. Because I'm a hairdresser. You see what I'm saying? You look the part. And that's when you start getting paid. Okay? That's when you start. I know that there's some people out here, I'm telling you, because I see them, they look a little rough. But they look like hairdressers too, though. This is if you are struggling, okay? If you're a struggling stylist, I want you to put a little bit of makeup on. I want you to look like you a hairdresser. I want you to look like it. I want you to look the part. I don't want you coming to work with your hair all over your head. No. You don't. Even if you have to relax that thing and slick that thing down. Or even if you have to, even if you're wearing your curls and you put a headband on and make sure it's nice and cute. And, you know, you got to look like it. You got to look like it. I mean, I don't know if people telling y'all that, because you got to look like it. You got to look like it. Okay? So, I love y'all. My hope that somebody will come across my page and decide not to give up. This is my hope. I want y'all to just decide to go a little bit harder. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you, right? But you ain't got to give up, though. You ain't got to give up, right? So it's all decisions. But my thing is to give you a few little tips that might help you. You see? Might help you along the way. Where some stuff where I went wrong and sideways, right? You don't have to go that way. You don't have to go that way. You can charge what your service is worth. Okay? You can't charge what you worth. I don't like when they say that. You know why I don't like when they say that? Because can't nobody pay me what I'm worth. Nobody. I mean, who can pay me what I'm worth? Who? That you can never pay me what I'm worth. Ain't that right? I'm a human being. I'm a human being. I'm worth everything. I'm worth everything. And so are you. But when you are in the salon, though, when you're in the salon, people pay you what your service is worth, not what you're worth. They need to change it around. Amen. I'm going to change it around because I don't like that. I don't like it. What you mean pay me what I'm worth? You can't pay me what I'm worth. Okay. I'm a human being. You see what I'm saying? I love you too. I love you too. Right, little dog in. But ain't no way you can pay me what I'm worth. Uh-oh, you okay, Bill? What's wrong? Yeah, ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? So you make sure your skill is up to par. You make sure your skill is up to par. You make sure you're practicing like you should. You make sure you dress the part. These different things, pay what your service is worth. Exactly. Yeah. Because how you going? I mean, come on. You can't pay me what I'm worth. I don't like that. Why do they say that? Why do they say that? I've never liked when they say that. I don't like that. There's no way you can pay me what I'm worth. Okay? So you're worth everything. You're worth everything. Took me a long time to get that in my head. Amen. I'm preaching. But it took me a long time to get that in my head. That I'm worth much, much more. And my skill is separate than that. My skill is worth my education and my willingness to keep educating myself and how good I get at what I do. That's my skill. That's what people pay me for. They don't pay me for me. No, your money cannot buy what I have to offer. I am me. I'm a human being. I'm Rhonda. Okay? I'm a human being. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm that. How can you put a dollar amount on that? People are worth so much more than they think they are. I'm so glad I learned that. I'm so glad I learned that. Praise be to God. I'm so glad I learned that. So when people tell you to charge what you worth, no, I need a solid scale for that. I need a something practical for that. I don't know if people are saying that because they don't know what else to say about prices. I'm not sure. But what I do know is nobody can pay me what I'm worth. That's what I know. Okay? And so people can pay you for your skill, what your skill is worth. Sometimes that is not a high price. Sometimes that's a price that's average. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sometimes you got to start with average. If you're not good at what you do, okay, you start at average and then you build on that. Thank you, Desi Des. Okay, you build on that. That's how you do prices. You don't start out with these high prices, especially when you can't do the work. When you can't do the work, or when the work is not good, or when your finish is not there yet, you can't really, no, because you're going to be broke. And this is what takes people out of business really quick, is because they think that they can look online and they can charge what this person's charging, but they might not have the skill like that person. You see? Like somebody that does color well. Somebody that does color well, somebody that has studied color their whole career, yes, they can charge what they charge. Okay, they can charge $100 an hour for a color correction. You know why they can do that? Because they've been studying it, and they've mastered it. Even if they make mistakes, they still mastered it. Their name is big. They've built a clientele. That's why they can do that. Okay? Some people can charge $75 for a blowout. You know why? Because they're good at it. Because they've practiced it. Because they've studied it. Because they've done it over and over and over and over and over. But you can't charge $75 for a blowout if you're not good at it. Okay? You need to go down 65, 55. Okay? Sometimes 45, sometimes free. Yeah. Free is only on your downtime. Remember that. Free is on your downtime. Free is not during your work time. Okay? So I did free hair and charity work on Tuesdays, because Tuesday was my down day. It was a day that I did family. It was a day that I did charity. Okay? It was my savings day. Everything that I made on Tuesdays went into a savings account. Okay? So these are some things that I did, that I learned to do to control myself. To control myself. Please save this laugh. Oh, I sure will. I am Sam Smith. I sure will. Okay, I lost control when I got out of cosmetology school and I went to work in JCPenney's. I was in control there because I had an umbrella. Okay, when I went booth rent is when I lost control. Oh, praise be to... Hey, I lost control, honey. I was beautiful. I was a new hairstylist. I was a party girl, in the streets, in the club and stuff like that. I liked that life. I liked it. I had fun. I don't want it no more, but I had fun back in the days, okay? So I'm telling you this. This is why I tell you beautician stories. This is why I tell you. Because I've been there. I've done that. The mistakes that I made was detrimental, you hear me, to my career and to my family and to my life in general. Okay, so I tell you beautician stories because I know that it's going to help somebody. Praise be to God. It's going to help somebody. Okay, when I went to talk to a group of young people last week, praise God, from it was a back to school rally. I told them some of the things that I suffered as a young person. I would want them to skip that, if at all possible. If you could skip that part. But you know what God did for me? What he did for me is he turned it around and made it all work for my good. Ain't that beautiful? So even if you do make a mistake, it can be turned around for your good. Just like wearing flip-flops in the salon. Wearing flip-flops in the salon, I experienced my My arches falling. I wasn't raised like that. I knew not to wear that. I knew it. I knew it. But guess what? My coworkers was wearing that. And we was about it, draped in gold and shit like that. We was, we was about it, with dope dealers and all of that. So I'm telling you the beautician stories because I want you to try to skip over that part, if at all possible. Okay? I do have a group called Beautician Stories on Facebook. Okay, so you have to be a licensed professional stylist to be in that group because it's a place to come for you to tell your story and how you feel. And we ask questions about what can make me better. What did I suffer back then that I can make better now? Okay, so if you want to join that group, Beautician Stories, over in Facebook, then you can go ahead and request to be in that group. Okay, so the main thing is I have to see that you are a professional hairstylist. Okay, because we want to keep it exclusively for hairstylists because it's a place to tell your heart. Okay, so I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all look like you at work. So you don't have to keep convincing people that you're at work. And you get paid. And you understand that you're servicing someone. Okay? You understand that it's a difference between you and your customer. Okay? You understand. The client understands, but you understand. That you're not just going to go outside and smoke a cigarette while they're waiting on you at church. I said at church. While they're waiting on you in your chair. That you're not just going to go talk trash to your friends or on the phone while your client is in your chair or while they're at the shampoo bowl. You're not going to have a big long conversation on the phone with your phone like this and you shampooing. You're not going to do that because you understand that you're at work. You're constantly reminded that you're at work because of your clothes, what you have on. Yeah, it's a way to do it. That's a way to do it. I'll see y'all very, very soon. I love y'all. Okay? I'll see you soon. Bye.